Hi guys! Welcome back to Darq. We are doing the Darq DLC, so we're doing the tower and the crypt. We have not been back to Darq in a while. I was really planning on doing this in January originally, but all my backup videos took so long to upload, and a lot of things happened. I'll talk about it a little later, but everything went crazy. And so, yeah, I haven't had a chance to come back to this. So yeah, before I ramble on, let's get into the tower. Okay. We are back, officially. Okay, I think it was E to interact. Oh, gosh. What? Yeah, we don't need to see that. It's a flesh prison. Okay, a flesh prison. Great. How do I control this dude again? I have not played this in such a long time. Oh yeah. W, space. I think space. No, not space. Okay. Doesn't want me to wall walk for some reason. Or I'm not pressing the right button. Was it Q? Was it E? Was it? I think it was space if I last remembered. If I remember correctly, I think it was supposed to be space. Or maybe I'm not supposed to go in this direction. Oh, yes. It was space. Okay, I'm mad. It was space. Okay. Why is her head moving? I think it's a her. I assume. Should I be concerned that I'm grabbing a head? Yay, we've upgraded from severed hands and severed feet to a severed head. Great. Welcome back to Darq. But yeah, so like I mentioned before, I am officially out of backup videos. So this is actually the first one I've done live. Not exactly live, but you're gonna see this like hours after I film it, because I filmed it because I literally I had gone and done this. I think, let me try this. Can I go this way? No, I cannot. So let's leave that up just in case. Do you want a severed head? No, I don't think you do. Nope. Yes, I want to continue. Thank you. Okay. And you. What does it want me to do? Okay, so I can go up or down with it, but it doesn't tell me what exactly I'm supposed to do. Okay. Oh, this is where the heads... Oh, it's like the hands. How many people? Like 4 more? Why? So like I said, I don't want to do that again. That was bad. I hated that. I hated that with fiery passion. Okay, wall walk this. A belt. I should not... Please don't do something that I think would be concerning for you to do with this, please. I have very low expectations, but I really hope. Let me see. Do I need... No, belt not needed. Here. And that. But yeah, so this is going to be the first one I'm doing live. Assemble with Care. The reason why... It would have been sooner, but Assemble with Care took so long. Like, egregiously long. Okay, I think I have to go on the other side. I don't know where to go with this. Oh. Belt. That was not the belt I should have learned before with the toy piano and the watch. that it's never like how you think it's gonna go. Okay. It's never. Every single time. I'm like, what am I doing here? I have a bad feeling about this. I do not like that little pocket full of sunshine. Don't like it. Ay, ay, ay. Why does it have to look like this? All ooey gooey. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Open the door. Does it help? I don't know. Let me see. Nope, did not help. Did nothing. I don't know. What was the intended purpose? Wait, I got an idea. Can I wall walk? No. Worth a shot. But yeah, like I was saying, I had a very crazy premiere. Going in leading up to everything, and to give you a small fraction of what happened, I had gone and worked on everything, like I would say 6 months in advance before I posted everything, because I was like making sure, like I initially was gonna do 3 months in advance. Oh, found another one. Hello, severed head. This is missing power. Okay. It's missing power. Severed head? No. You don't want severed head. No one wants severed heads, sadly. Okay. Going backwards more. Okay, no. Okay. Solve that problem. No, I didn't want that. Okay. No. No wall walking? Nothing? Is it a time thing? No, I don't think it's timed. Okay. I don't think it's timed. And I can go up one more. Let's see what's on the 4th floor. I don't know. It has a gate. I don't like that. It made a weird sound. Sure. Let's play this game. What terrible things could go wrong? So I need to go down. I need to go down. I need to go down. Okay. That's just gonna take me back. Okay. Okay, this moves that up. That moves that down. Okay, so you have to move this up. So this moves down. This moves up. Then this will move down. This will then go like that. Which then moves this back down. Okay. And then the sound that this head makes is so weird. Okay. And then I have to figure out a way. From there. I solved it. I don't know how I solved it, but I solved it. Okay. Great. Another severed head. Okay. But even the dude looks, oh gosh. But yeah, I filmed everything like 6 months ahead of time because I wanted to prep myself. So that way, if anything went down, I would have videos at least till like early, maybe mid-March if I really stretched it out. And I filmed everything and ahead of time. But then what happened? I was gonna do is release 3 I was gonna release actually 5 videos on the same day. But then what happened was that I wasn't able to make that happen. Okay. This is the key. Oh, okay, so it's key Anubis. So key Anubis I Death and Triforce? Try that. Okay. What does this do? Oh, that's how I get to the Anubis. But yeah, so I was gonna post 6 videos on day 1, and then after posting 6 videos, there's one missing. Oh. Eyeball. And then after the eyeball, I need to find a skull. But the problem is we don't have a skull for some reason. So I guess we're gonna have to go to the other side. But yeah, so we were gonna what are you? Why would I need that? Oh, I get it now. It was that stupid gate thingy. It was the stupid gate thingy. Okay. No? Okay. So let's do that. But yeah, so I was gonna post all these videos. And then I guess nowhere left to go. Okay. Okay, this goes over here. But yeah, so I was gonna post all these videos and then and then post every 2 weeks. And then what happened was that could have worked in a theoretical world where things don't go wrong, but sadly, things did go wrong. And for some reason, the winds got so crazy in my area that we actually had a tornado warning over our area. And we were on standby to shelter because it was that bad. And so the fact I managed to post the videos I posted that day was an achievement because I cannot stress, the winds basically took out any Wi-Fi that I could use. So everything was moving very slowly on the system. No, it's not one of those again. I have to time it. Okay. I hate that. I know which floor. I remember which floor it was. Okay, come on, dude. Okay, I gotta restart it. But I cannot stress to you how crazy it was. Oh. Was it this floor? Was it this floor? I don't remember. Let me try this. Why is my character moving without me? Not 3. It was 4. No, not 4. I did 4. Then it has to be 1. But 1's clear. Whatever. Here, have a severed head. Goodbye, severed head. Hello, meet your friend, severed head. Yay. Anyway, so it was surprising I was able to get anything done. And then my entire computer decided to reset. That was another thing that happened, is that my computer reset and I had to restart the upload all over again. The 4-hour upload. Because these things do not take very long. These things aren't quick. They take an absorbent amount of time. Like, way too long. And you're left wondering, like, what is going on with it? Why is it taking longer than it should? Okay, something has to come from there. And something has to power this. Is there anything I can put here? Wait! What can I do with you? No. Oh, I know what I can do. No, not that. Oh, it wants me to put an extension cord. That's the solution. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get what we were trying to do. Okay. So yeah. And then just to make my first day being a YouTuber. My first day, my big hello internet. MatPat says goodbye, internet. And the hilarious part about that is that I've been inspired to follow in a lot of these streamers' footsteps because of the fact of no, that is not going to cut it. Nope, not going to cut it either. Try that again. But no! It's like I'm just missing it. But like I was inspired by multiple people, but to be quite honest, MatPat was the biggest one. And him leaving is the biggest blow of them all, because MatPat was the creator that I looked to. I was like, look to for inspiration, because when I had like dreams, like early dreams, not like, oh, I just want to be a YouTuber. No, I'm talking dreams when I was like 10 years old. And he showed that this could be a career path. It's not just something you can do on a whim. It is something that can be an actual career path that you can forge a whole company out of. You can turn a bad economic situation into a good one. And let me try that again. And when I was younger, I was like, I could see myself becoming someone like Markiplier, where I managed, yay! But yay. All of that. Yay, extension cord. But wait, is it on 4? No, it's not on 4. Then it's got to be on 2? Or maybe 3. Yeah, 3. Ooh, my ear. Jeez. My ear is, like, having its, like, a little tantrum, per se. It's hurting me. Wait, there's another extension. Is there another extension cord I have to do? No. I just did this one. You're telling me I have to do another one? I have to find another one? You know how hard it was to find the first one? Can I? Nope. Can't wall walk that. But yeah. Can you wall walk this? No. So, this part is done. Right? Yeah, I think this floor is done. So floor 4 is done. But so I was inspired by Markiplier, and the only reason why I was able to look at these streamers and understand what exactly are they working at was MatPat, because you were able. His whole thing was the idea of do it as an experiment, and I followed my life by that. And so I looked at. So when it came time to look at, okay, what YouTubers am I going to be inspired by to create my channel? I did what MatPat does and looked at growth models and looked at, looked at how did these creators do it? What steps did all the creators that did not go far? What steps did the creators that did well? What steps did creators that okay. No. I think I can dash it. No. No. I feel like I could dash it. Annoying. In this room, I don't understand the point of this room. Oh, I just figured it out. I was dumb. I feel real dumb right now. I just figured out what the point of that room was. Yes. Just realized it. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. My bad. But he showed me to look at stuff like that. Don't just like assume people got somewhere because of this. Actually look at how did some people grow? How did some people fail? Why did they fail? What were the steps they made? What were the choices they made? Why? What were external factors that may have aided in their failure or rise? He kind of, for those of you who have watched his recent videos, he talks a little bit about this in his video about Five Nights at Freddy's. Scott Cawthon is a growth model. He actually speaks on Scott Cawthon's growth model of how did everything lead to of course, because it okay. Of course, because it couldn't be that easy. He talks about Scott's growth model, that the reason why he went and made the game that he made Five Nights at Freddy's, was because some fan someone had insulted his work and said that, oh, their movements are too robotic, they're too creepy, right? And he took that inspiration and chose to run with it. And that choice, whether anyone likes it or not, changed the trajectory of a lot of things. The other thing that aided it is that Scott got into he made his game at the right moment too, because he made his game in the advent of YouTube. I wouldn't say the beginning, but the beginning of creator culture on YouTube. And because he made it at the beginning of creator culture, well, yes, it grew these big creators. It also grew him along with them. And that's the growth model of Scott Cawthon. He made certain choices. Same thing with Matt. MatPat made the choice to go and talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. And he initially, if you remember, if anybody watched the first one like I did, he actually panned it because of the fact it was hard for him to come up with a story other than like some slight correlations to Chuck E. Cheese and an incident that happened there. He couldn't come up with an existing story, which then Scott leaned into. He yes-anded. And because MatPat is a yes-ander also. Okay, so this one's gonna get interesting. How am I supposed to... Okay. What is... Okay, so I could do that. And then... I don't know how I did it. I just accidentally did. Okay. I don't know where that went, so I'm gonna see. Let's see where that went. But I looked at that. I also, when MatPat talked about how shorts are very important, even though we don't like them. No. 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 We just cut off our own head? I guess we did. Okay. Little unsettling looking at the character model without a head. But, we press forward. Oh, and I remember we have to electrocute them too. Oh, this is weird. Can I take my head? No? Am I gonna have to spend the entire game without a head? I guess. Thanks. Okay. DLC. Crypt. Okay. But yeah. Like I was saying. But MatPat was very influential to me. I didn't have Bill Nye. I didn't have the Magic School Bus. I didn't really have Dora the Explorer growing up. Or Mr. Rogers. All I had was MatPat. And MatPat, he, without saying crazy stuff, he affected, I'm not gonna lie, he affected the trajectory of a lot of people's lives, you know? And he was a trailblazer and showed what it meant to be a creator, what it meant to innovate, what it meant to do that. And he talked about the news that people really cared about. Not the news on the news that that is like doesn't care about digital culture. He talked about what it really was. And he wanted to dig deeper always. And that is why I am so grateful to him as a creator. I am overjoyed that he is getting to choose his exit the way that he wanted and plan it the way he wanted so we can all be happy. And I know we all want to sit around and cry about it and want to sit stagnant. But his whole thing was paving the ground for the next generation of creators. And we can stand here and feel bad about it and stay stagnant, or we can pick up the bricks from where he left them and move on forward, building the next path. He will, and I hope that, like me, a lot of creators will look to him as inspiration and see how hard he worked, and he will one day be recognized in the digital version of history books. Like, I really hope we have like social media or digital content creation classes in college where he is a big case study for everything to do with content analytics and content strategy and engaging with an audience in a way that is respectful and unionizing. I didn't mean to get all sappy in this video. This is the wrong video to get sappy. Let's get on to the crypt. Oh, jeez. Oh, and we're continuing without a head. No, we are continuing without a head. Oh, please tell me this is not the entire game. Oh my gosh. Please. This is kind of disconcerting. Okay, wait. So, we can move this, like, sideways? Okay, this seems like I can move it sideways, but I don't know how. So, why are you walking so nonchalantly? Like, dude, you don't have a head. Seriously? We're now piloting. The said dismembered head. Oh my gosh. And now we're cooperating with said head. Okay. Okay, today's gonna be an interesting one. I was not planning on this. But yeah. But I've actually, how am I supposed to... Okay. No. Down, side. Okay. Okay, so we have to figure out the timing of this. No, I accidentally pressed E. Okay. I wish I had a timer out for this section. That way I would know how long this... Is it time-based? No. I don't think it's time-based. Because if it was time-based... I think it's by how many turns I make. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is do the easier one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This. Not that. Not that either. So the fourth one after the arrow is... Okay. So do the easy one. So I think what I need to do is I need to do the longest path first. Even though it sounds counterintuitive. The longest path is going to be the best way. Try this one. Okay. So. Oh my gosh. That took forever. I don't know why it took forever, but it did. Okay. So now, yay, I could speed it up by pressing shift. Cool. Doesn't make it any less weird. Oh, and it wall walks too. Cool. Okay. 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 So okay. So this can't move. That can only move up once. Maybe I'm supposed to copy the top. Okay, I'm gonna try copying the top. But why? Oh, I see. Oh, Oh, now I see it. So they only move over one space. They can only move over one space. So if I move this one down, this one can move up. And if I move this one down, that moves up even more. Okay, and highest. This one's the only one that's not at its lowest. Okay, let's try that. Oh. That one's impeding the rest. Okay. Let's try. And this one. Finally. That took forever. That took unbearably long. Cool. Now let's do this. Let's try this. Okay. We're gonna move this. This is gonna move over here. And it's gonna move all the way over here. And I gotta solve this. Okay, so that goes down. What order do I need to put this in? Okay, so if I do this, this is gonna go down. Then that. Now this is where it can get tricky, but I think this goes here. And then put in the segment. Okay, so that way this goes down. This then will go like that. Okay, this will then get moved here. Which then will move down here. And then this is gonna go down here. This is gonna go like this. And then this is gonna go like that. And then it's gonna go like that. And then it's gonna go like that. Now that one's in its place. Now that one's in its place. No. This has to go like that. Okay. And now finally, this. Okay. Restart it. So it looks like, okay, so the skull has to go first. Skull has to go first because this one, skull is going to have the hardest. It's going to be the hardest to get in its place. So I don't think it's supposed to do that. And then we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go like this. And we're going to continue. Actually, let me see. So if I do that, and then but then it's still going to be stacked. I'll try this. We're going to try, this goes here. And I messed up. Okay. We're going. Nope. There. No, because then I'll push it into the thing and I don't want that. So this then has to go here, which then this has to go here, which then this has to go here. There. No, I messed up, I think. Not again. Let me see. See if I messed up. Yep, I did. Try this again. Okay. So, skull has to be the first. Skull is first. So, I almost got the skull. Yes! Okay, now everything is easy from here. Now it's just this. Fuck. Let me see. Let me try this. New tactic. Nope. Yeah. Just realized that's unwinnable. If the eye has to be always the last. If you don't do the eye, then you're screwed. Let me see. So oh my gosh, I somehow fluked that. Oh my gosh. I did that on a fluke. I don't know how I did it. Hopefully I don't have to retry the puzzle. Please tell me I can just do it with the key in the eye. I know the Anubis symbol hates me. Come on. Okay. Okay. Try this again. And this. And finally. Oh my gosh. That took way longer than it really needed to be. What the heck? A lever. And a whole room of my faces. Cool. That's cool. So yeah. So yeah, I've been working on the channel. Do not know what that was. I'm slightly concerned. But I've been slowly working on the channel and all that stuff. Did not know that was in a good spot. Personally. Didn't know, but cool. Yay, let's... Okay. Let's get the head. Oh my gosh, what the hell was that? The head's stuck. Of course the head's stuck. Let's see. Well, I've been preparing March's stuff. So I made the decision I was going to, for March, not like do series that are too long. The reason why I'm not doing series that are too long is that because I have to go and churn these out week after week after week the way I plan. If I were to go and do it where I'm doing like, oh yeah, let's do several videos of this and all that, a lot of those videos tend to take 3 to 4 hours to get a significant amount of playtime done. Like, there's some exceptions, like Slime Ranchers or Stardew. You can kind of cut it off where you need to. But, oh, I should probably have the head with me. There's some exceptions to the rule where you can kind of, like, get away with it. Like, you can go and have an hour-long stream, or you can have, like, just, like, a 30-minute one, and that'd be good. And good for those series. But the problem is that right now, so I can't handle series like that and stuff like that. So I've decided to make March the indie/short game March till I think April. So that way I can have a chance to, one, get through a lot of games that are very short, or they are in demo mode, because I haven't really had a chance to play any new games. If you guys have realized, I haven't really had a chance because since I'm doing I did a lot of series work for a while. Because I was doing a lot of series stuff, it prevented me from having a chance to do other things that I really wanted to try and do. And so let's see, is there anything down here that I can do? There's a hole that my head can go in. But it doesn't tell me what else. Okay. So it doesn't, there's just a hole my head can go in. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah. Now I get it. I think this opened. Yeah, this was what opened. I was wondering what... Okay, so something has to happen. Okay. My head's got to do something. Maybe I open these doors. I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Okay. But yeah, so I want to play more indie games or short games. I'm also doing it partially for my mental health. My mental health, when I did like long form games, really suffered when I was like under a time crunch. And I think that the healthiest thing for me to do would be doing shorter games for a little while. And plus, the part of the reason why I'm also doing it is that is there a way to... No? So... No. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. Huh. There's no... Oh, I just realized I didn't pay attention. I can go here. And I can put the signet here. Or I can go here where the bell is. Ew. Okay. So, yeah. A little stupid, but figured it out. But yeah, so partially it's also because I have a very crazy school schedule that I have to abide by, and if I don't go and get stuff done, there are massive consequences. So I'm trying to go and get everything done, especially with all the work I have. I'm just working very, very hard. And I want to keep up my mental health. I don't want to go crazy trying to, like, be perfect. But I also don't want to not do this, and then I'm, like, not giving it a solid chance. Why is it dark? Why does it seem like the camera's moving a little bit? Okay, that made me feel... That was a weird thing. I'm just gonna put in the wall signet. I'm gonna see what happens if I do that. No. Oh, I get it. So I put in the wall signet so that way I can ride along the roof of this thing. Yeah. Okay. No. No. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah. So I'm working hard on that, and then let's see. I've been also trying to make time for my family, because you have to make time somewhere. You can't just like do all these jobs and do school and everything and not go to the soccer games, not go to the things, because as much as you don't want to do them, I'm gonna be regretting it later if I don't. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, red wrong. Okay. So so this definitely has to be here. This definitely needs to be here. Yes. Okay, so we got one right. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's definitely got to be, so by process of elimination, 2 over. This got to go 2 over. No. Okay. Try this. So, green, nothing. No. Okay. Let's try moving the bottom ones. Bottom ones we don't get much clues on. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so wait, did one of the big ones go green? No. Big one didn't go green. Okay. Let's try here. No. This is... Oh, but the green there works. Oh, I think I get the thing. They can't overlap. So this one's technically right, but it's overlap. It needs to not overlap. Same with this one. Let's try it this time. No. Okay. So this one, so there is a positionality. This one's right position. Right position. Okay, let me try making this to where this doesn't overlap. Does that work? All wrong. Except for the end. Has to be this. Maybe this? Try it again. So... let's try it. Maybe this? Man, I can't figure it out. I know it's 2 at the beginning. Then this has to move somewhere. Okay, let's try, maybe this is supposed to have a secret rest. Let's try that. No, this placement is wrong. Try that again. This definitely needs to go. Maybe like that. Okay, the placement seems right on all of them for this one. If I do that, and then this one, that would it? I think for this one I'm gonna have to look it up. This one is just gonna take forever if I keep at it. So Gab Smolders to the rescue. One to the left, and then one to the right, one to the right. Okay. So try it again. So I looked it up. Not very intuitive. You have to move it around while you do that. It's already hard to see what you're dealing with. So this is what you're supposed to do. Well, so let me first get it right. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to press the button, sprint back over, and then you're supposed to move them while it's going. Let me just move it to the correct thing while it's going, but okay, so it's partial pre-planning, because this has to be over here, but it's also like you have to oh yeah, I forgot to reset this. Finally! Thanks. A skull key. Wow. All that work for that. You can see I'm very thrilled. But yeah, that took way too long. Like, if it wasn't for the fact I looked up the answer, I would have not known that you had to do that. You had to move it around. Because it doesn't say anywhere, nor imply anything, really, that that would be a feature of any sort. I'm guessing that's why the lights needed to be out. Yep. Okay. I figured something deadly would happen with the lights off. Did not know it would happen with the lights on. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. No. There's another skeleton key? No. No. There's another skeleton key. I am mad, but it's not like I didn't see it coming. Okay, I'm gonna assume. Nope, can't do that either. Damn it. Okay, now we have to figure out. Now I have to backtrack and figure out where the hell. What am I missing? Oh. I just realized something. That if I roll this head over here... You know what? We needed a vacation away from that section. I think that was what it was. We just need a mini vacation. No? That's not the answer? No? Then what is the answer? No? If I have to like look this up, this is why I don't know if it's me or if Darq is not intuitive. Like, I don't know if it's something wrong with me or if, like, am I the one not getting it? Or is this thing just not like made in a way that makes really good sense? Okay, let me see. Is there a way? Let me see. It seems like there should be a way to get the head over there. And yet, I can't think of one. And it's not like I can go like this and just walk around. This is even closed off to me. Maybe... I hate saying this, but it might be the old thing of probably another wall if you're not... you can't understand how it works, probably there's another wall. I'd hate that was me. Like, I really would hate that because I'm like, seriously? This doesn't... I'm not even getting any clues here. Oh. Wait a minute. I got an idea. Let me see. That wasn't the idea. My brain. Brain was brain soup. I just saw it. And now I feel dumb for not seeing it earlier. There was something I was missing. And it was blatantly in my face. I swear, this happens every single time. Yeah. Wait, what? That wasn't anything? Now I'm even more upset. That turned out not to be anything. Okay, at this point, it's time to look it up again. Hate it when I have to look it up. Oh my gosh. It was staring at me in the face. I just didn't connect the... I hate it when it's staring at me in the face and I just didn't connect the dots. I hate it. I hate it. It was something, but the thing is that... So, what you have to do is you have to go with this. Then you have to go over here. Then you move this. You make sure that this is on the head side, which it is. And I should have known because this thing is weirdly specifically close to this thing with very minimal use. I should have known. Should have known. But of course, it took me forever to figure this out. So you move the bridge, and then you stick your stump of a neck in there, and then see this doorway that didn't exist before. I wish I had realized that 20 minutes ago. Would have saved me a lot of time. Now it's painfully obvious, and it is awkward for both of us. Oh my gosh. Yeah, give me the box. Hopefully I don't mess up this challenge. This. Wait. How do you... What does it want me to do? Oh, I'm supposed to hold down space. That makes total sense. That was definitely put in the controls menu. Not. It didn't take me... It wasn't hard to solve, but it took me a while because that one takes a long time. And what do I need the coin for now? What do I need the coin for? Please tell me something that's not stupid. Please. Seems like there's supposed to be a hole here. But why? Oh, I got an idea. the inverse of what I just did. So go here. Nope. Of course I move it. It's the wrong section. I had it in that section, and I'm trying. No? Bridge across troubled waters doesn't work? Can you guys hear in my voice that I'm done? I'm literally done. This is like... Oh my gosh. I could see why this was made as like a DLC and not part of the real game. Because I'm like, you couldn't have made it a tiny bit like more understanding? Like... I keep forgetting that the head doesn't roll if you press E. So, I have to find another way to get over there. Okay. I assume through here. Through here. Something through here. No. Not something through there. What could need a coin? A corpse? Maybe? What would need a coin? I have no clue. I do not remember any section where I would need a coin in. Let me see. Okay. Anything in here? And that's death. So what could it be? I'm gonna have to look up this entire playthrough. I'm gonna be so mad. Because the thing is, I don't even want to. Okay. Finally, for once. Okay. Alright. And I assume you press the button. Okay, so you have to do it quickly. Because you lose the ability to change it. Oh my gosh. Alright, changes really fast. Oh my gosh. I have to get this in one go. I have to get this in one go. That's gonna be a pain. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. At least the first couple are already kind of... No, I have to start them all over again? No. So you really have to memorize it. Oh, why is this entire section like just, oh yes, ARG, remember where everything is. Like, it can't just be something a little easier, like, to comprehend. Oh, I messed up. So that is hard. Oh my gosh. None of these puzzles, you can actively, like, go and do them while you're, like, talking. Because literally, they're so... The problem with these things is that they're trying to be so clever with the puzzles. But if you're someone that's trying to, like, talk while doing it, and deliver like an entertaining thing, it's really hard. And then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. No! I was so close! I have to literally count because I have to remember how many clock turns these things want. Okay, and... And the problem is that when you're trying to play it on mouse and keyboard, your fingers get press the wrong buttons. Okay, try this again. For the 100th time. And I'm done. I finally did it. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. That took way too long. Like, more than I was reacting to the other ones. This one took long because there is no time for error. You cannot... You don't have a... If you mess up, you are going to be there forever. And finally, I can get those stupid skeleton keys to where they need to be. I forgot. That was almost death. You guys can tell I'm tired from all of this. And let's turn off the lights. Sorry to have you face down, whatever your name is. I'm not even caring that you're face down at this point. I am so tired of it. Oh, I guess, do I get in? Ew. Did I, why did it make a squish sound? Also, it doesn't quite make sense. Oh, I'm moving the coffin now. And we're back into the bedroom, the house that we start the game in. Why? What is going on with the grandfather clock? Am I in Stranger Things? Is Vecna coming? No? Oh my gosh. That was, oh my gosh. I thought this was going to be like a quick stream. Not too much. Not too crazy. Nope. Thank you guys for sticking with me the entire time through all of this. And please show your support to MatPat's retirement thing. I believe it's at 11 or 2 o'clock, something about like that. I think it's at 2 o'clock. Just show your support at the live stream if you can. That's tomorrow. And 2 p.m. I think what it said was 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 Californian time, Pacific time, I think is what it said. But yeah. Yeah, show your support. If you want to see more of this content of me agonizing over stupid puzzles, please subscribe. Like, dead serious, please. It'd be nice for you to join us in the madness by, I guess in this case, decapitating the subscribe button. So, yeah, have a wonderful day, you guys, and see you soon.